Welcome all of you here once again in another session, and we are discussing reading comprehensions today, the new pattern ones. I'll be showing you a pretty good passage from the PYQs and then a rather difficult one, another difficult one. Because last year, as defined, the pattern, the level was so unpredictable. One of the shifts were pretty easy, I'm sorry. Another one was rather moderate. Another one was completely difficult. So we'll be preparing for the worst so that if we come across such a passage, we'll be ready. We have practiced in the sessions out there. Let's start reading comprehensions. Of course, all of us know reading comprehensions require reading skills. Let me mention this again, that in a language, grammar is something different, vocabulary is something different, and your reading part is something different. No matter how good you are at grammar and vocabulary, obviously both of these will help you understand a passage, but how precisely you answer, how quick you answer, it depends upon your reading skills. Practice, diversify your mind, read for 10 to 15 minutes on a daily basis. Whatever is put before you, go through the RC, actively engage yourself in that. Once you go ahead, in simple words, I would say we have 3 paragraphs, say we have 4 paragraphs in the whole of the RC, or 5 paragraphs. We can't remember each and every line, but at least we have to remember what was mentioned in the first paragraph, what was mentioned in the second paragraph, what it was discussing, what is there in the third, fourth, fifth. Usually we have 3 paragraphs, but whatever it is. So that once we know, okay, this in the question, probably this was discussed in the second paragraph, probably it was marked in the first paragraph, we can answer precisely and quickly. And yes, of course, the more we practice, the better we be and become. Here we go. This is an RC. You may laugh at it at first. RC? So tiny. But this is impressive. Have a look. Say done. I'll show the questions. From PYQs, this one. Electricity gone. Let me just turn off some of the lights to save battery. I hope done. Okay. Waiting for your responses. I'll explain all at once. You answer first. let's go through the passage. That was interesting. Not in electricity's back. Not in direct words, but somewhat indirectly, they have mentioned everything. And check the level of questions. Title of the passage. Okay, one vocabulary. Summary of the passage. What can you infer from the passage? Style of the passage. No direct question like after this line, what happened? And you answer straight from the passage. Every question is the inference one. So style of the passage. Classification is like noun can be classified into two categories, concrete noun, abstract noun, and there is no classification of anything here. No. Narrative is say either direct narration or indirect narration. Then I said to him, and he told me. There is no direct narration. He said, comma, inverted commas, or indirect narration. He said that. Then I went to the grandma and said, Grandma, can you do this or that? No narration here. No one like first person, second person here. Descriptive tone creates visuals in your mind. A descriptive tone in RC provides vivid sensory details appealing to your five senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, to help you visualize a person, place, and no visuals are getting created in my mind with this. No specific, nothing. But yes, exposing, revealing details for sure. What can you infer? Nurses' intervention reduce vulnerability in pregnant mothers? No, 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 no. Children were emotionally less vulnerable, not mothers. Control group without support had a higher development? No. The control group with support had higher mental development than the one without support. So this is also wrong. Children learn languages quickly is not the summary of the passage, is not the emphasis of the passage, is one of the key examples. But the passage emphasizes the community plays an important role in offering support to mothers. Obviously, the pregnant mothers were supported by some nurses, the benefits of which were observed 2 years later, even 15 years later. So just an example, not specifically talking about mothers or nurses, but community plays an important role in offering support. Doubts, please. Pregnant mother are emotionally, no, children are emotionally less vulnerable, not mothers. Nurses should visit pregnant mothers is not the summary of the passage. The passage emphasizes the benefits to the children conducted in a study. Even those benefits were observed even 15 years later. So, no. Community support is important in the emotional development of a child. Yes, yes, the answer to the previous one, community support. This one, same, that's what is discussed in the passage. Study on nurses have impact after 15 years. Study wasn't conducted on nurses, study was conducted on children. And the impact on children was visible after 15 years. The benefits to the children, not nurses. Vulnerable is equal to prone. Weak is equal to susceptible. So the opposite, unsusceptible. Straight, no approximately or development or intervention. Feel free to ask your doubts, if any. And title, control group and nurses. No, the emphasis was children, not nurses. Intervention of the nurses. Yes, yes, yes. But just by putting this intervention of the nurses, I can't reap the benefits observed for the children. Mothers and nurses, come on, children, 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 and those benefits that were observed in the study, the benefits out there. Social support, for example, by the mothers or by the nurses to the mothers, and the benefits. That's what is emphasized in the passage. Feel free to ask. Next. Say done, I'll show the next slide. say done, I'll change. Okay. God bless you, Rohit. Okay, let me explain. So you have gone through the passage, I'm sure. The first paragraph talks about crows. The second paragraph talks about jays. Yep. It also includes magpies. Third paragraph talks about corvid intelligence. Let's go. Passage presents New Caledonian crows' wire bending behavior as significant because they show innovation, problem solving, not inherited instinct. A behavior now never observed in wild populations, indicating the same innovation rather than instinctive action for the crows. According to the passage, Western scrub jays re-hide food when observed by other jays only if, I remember it is mentioned, they later re-hide food in new locations only if the observing jay has experience as a thief itself. Only if they have an experience as a thief. So the observing jay has personal experience as a food thief. The passage suggests corvid intelligence demonstrates that complex cognition can evolve through different techniques. Mentioned in the third paragraph, second slide, corvid intelligence demonstrating that complex cognition can emerge through multiple evolutionary techniques or pathways. Okay. What does the passage indicate about metacognition in crows? Metacognition, is that mentioned? Yes, these birds, crows, exhibit metacognition. What is that? The ability to reflect on their own knowledge. In experiments, they choose to decline memory tests when uncertainty is there. Okay, they can reflect on their own knowledge. They can decline tests in case of an uncertainty. They always attempt no, they can decline. They can assess their own knowledge and decline uncertain tasks. Perfect. So the mirror self-recognition test mentioned in the passage, the mirror one, I remember it was for the magpies. Magpies recognize themselves in mirrors, joining very few humans, apes, elephants, and dolphins in passing this self-awareness test. Magpies. So it has been passed by the magpies, placing them among very few species showing self-awareness. Humans, apes, elephants, magpies passed the mirror self-recognition test. Okay, so I think it is done. As per the time, we have discussed two good RCs. Objections welcome. Finishing things now. Before I finish, let me inform you of a couple of things. That at Oliveboard, you have the functionality of sectional timer now. Before that, let me mention, it ends tonight. Father's Day celebrating, one can grab flat 59% off on SSC test subscriptions, batches, courses, the current ones, the upcoming ones, etc. Can use the code DEAD. I repeat, flat 59% off. Apart from that, I was saying this, make use of the sectional timing available at Oliveboard. Okay, each and every set available here has this sectional timing so that you get comfortable, you adapt yourself so that we don't have any problem in the real exam out there. Can opt for SSC Light, Elite, Super Elite or Railway Super Elite with a combo of SSC. Everything is mentioned, what is included, what is not. We personally suggest Super Elite, either the combo or individually for SSC, in which everything is included. For all examinations, Tier 1, Tier 2, the current batches, the upcoming batches, live classes, videos, lectures, notes, mock test, PYQs, everything in the SSC stream here at Oliveboard. Can use the code DAD to grab it for flat 59% off. Choose the desired validity. cannot for SSC plus railways also. Okay, so finishing things now. Bye-bye, take care, be safe. See you the very next day after tomorrow, every alternate day for another session. And thanks a lot. If anybody has any doubt, query, question, feel free to drop in the comment section. Thank you so much, everyone.